Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina and our fabulous guest, Miss Stephanie, in the studio with us.
Our leap. Well, I was going to say something else. Our Leap of Faith Award winner from last week's Angel and Tina Morning Show A&T Awards. This is our Leap of Faith Award. I have to say that very slowly.
She won the Leap of Faith Award. And when you hear her story, I'm so excited. We are just so tickled for this woman and taking this big leap of faith. And I think this has been a year where so many people have just taken a little step back, a little assessment about what's going on in their world and have taken some big leaps of faith. But
I mean, we've had a lot of people taking those leaps of faith. A lot of people who have decided, you know what, I don't want to work for somebody else again. I want to work for myself. Or people who like, you know what, I don't want to live in this house anymore. I want to move. We had Michelle Cunningham move at like the end of a whim. I'm sure there's many other people. And then, of course, our very own Angel Tessie decided that she doesn't want to no longer live in the cold, wintry snow of Denver.
I know we have a lot of people who are just making big changes. I mean, it was a year of big changes. Like if this isn't gonna happen, then other big changes have happened. And so, when it started out, Tina, you had already taken your big leap of faith and jumping into the speaker world, publishing your first book. You've now published 2 books. There's been a whole lot of stuff that has come out of it. So we're super excited. Stephanie, how you doing today?
We want to know what kind of leap that you guys have taken. So if there was some big leap or big change or big aha moment that you guys have taken in 2020, let us know in the comments below. We want to know what kind of leap of faith that you have taken. But today is all about taking that leap of faith. And we have Stephanie Engel here today to share her story, but not only her story, what has came out of after her leap of faith that she took just a couple of weeks ago, in fact, right, Stephanie?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been very recent.
All right. Well, yeah. So Stephanie, give our audience just a little background about your story and who, what you've been up to pre-leap.
Well, pre-leap,
Before
pre-leap, I've been in the education field for over 30 years now. I've taught, my husband and I joke that we teach birth to death because we at one point owned our own daycare and preschool. We've taught through the elementary, the middle, and the high schools, and as well have taught at the college level. So we've taught people from literally birth to our oldest student, I believe, was 95 years old at the college level.
Wow.
So,
wow.
That's okay. Just hold on, pause, because I know you're gonna like glaze over that. Like to have that kind of gift to be able to pour into people no matter what age level, what season of life they're in, that is truly an anointing on your life serving people, Stephanie.
well, it's been an amazing journey, and we don't even have a count anymore of the thousands upon thousands of people whose lives we've touched. It becomes that ripple effect where you had a student in your class, but then they went home and taught their mom how to read English because she was a Spanish speaker. And then years later, she comes up to you in the store and says, you're the reason that I can speak English, that I can read English, because my son brought home what you taught him and taught me. And so you never know that ripple effect that you're having in the moment, but just know that it's out there and it'll come back around. And it'll touch your life in some way at some point.
Wow. Talk about planting seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Like you really planted seeds, and years later, I mean, so many of us, and we were just talking about this yesterday with one of our clients, that you don't realize the seeds that are planted right now until months or years down the road when somebody says, you're the one who changed my life. When you said this, or when you posted this on Facebook, or when you went live and you told me this, that's when my life changed. But you don't realize the little seeds that you're planting for different people and the ripple effect that it can make on all of these people just I mean, over, it's like that pay it forward movement, just over and over and over again.
Well, I know, Stephanie, one of the things that, when the world shut down, we think about what you and your husband, Cliff, all the different things that you are involved with in the community. And, and so I'm going to let you lay it out, because I think we realized the two of you pretty much touched and had an impact and interacted with every single person in your community in one way or another. Tell me all the things that you two were doing pre-COVID.
Well, we're pretty involved in our community is a smaller, well, we're a city. We're no longer a town. We've reached that population threshold.
What does
So,
that take? What does it take to be
I
a city
didn't
versus
know
a
that
town?
there was a threshold that
like
had to be-
35,000
Okay.
in your consolidated
So at
municipality.
29,999, you're still
You're a town.
a town. I
When
never
you
knew
hear-
that.
Yeah, when you
You
hear
learn
it,
something new
now
every
it's
single
a
day.
city officially. Yeah, in our area, we have not only been in the school system, but we ran our local youth soccer league for 18 years. And we would have 1,000 kids a year playing in that with teams that traveled around the state. And so we supported them traveling to do competitions as well. We've been involved with Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts as leaders and as parents, and with our own kids in those programs. My husband and my children and myself, we've been involved in other sports arenas because we officiate. My husband officiates, I think, every sport under the sun, volleyball, softball, baseball, all those things. We do tutoring for students. We're very involved with giving back to our community on multiple levels, whether it's helping get food out to people, especially with COVID lately. Our schools have been distributing food packs to families and students. So our school, Kingman High School, did that over the winter break here, even when the kids had 2 weeks off. One of our administrators helped set up a program where the families could come in on 2 separate Thursdays and pick up food packs that would last them for a week. So,
Which is significant, because we've learned, right, that for a lot of children, like, this is, if they're not in school, they're not eating, right?
Yeah,
And you
Right.
don't even,
that's the only real meal that they get is at lunchtime.
so the fact that you guys pulled together as a town, right, a city, a community, to serve that.
City now,
And
Angel.
And so, all right, so we're just kind of laying the foundation. So you can see, Stephanie has poured into her community. She has poured into families and has been, right, all of her career. But what we're going to hopefully take you through this journey with this feature with Stephanie is this awakening that she had, this leap of faith, and then how she has, in just very short period of time. So you're going to walk away with, if you're just on the fence, just kind of thinking, could I, should I, is it time to, I think that Stephanie's sweet demeanor, if you see, like, you see how her and her husband have served her community so well. But now how she's had this awakening to say, okay, it's time for something different. So
What's funny is that I met Stephanie last last October at a Mark Musiak transformation workshop event, a 3-day event in Vegas. And it was before, I think I just had met you, Angel. But it was before she kind of got her feet wet, and I think that's when she started becoming more involved in the business aspect of things. Because I remember her asking me, and I don't even remember what you asked me, but we ended up having this long, huge conversation about you starting your business. And then I seen you again at a Bill Walsh event in December, and you guys actually won the now I forgot, what was it called? It was like a $25,000 new
business starter package.
business starter. Okay, so it was a new business person a business venture. And then they had to get, do you remember that, Angel, last year?
Yeah, I had the year before I had come in second place for that event. And so yeah, so Stephanie and Cliff, I forgot that you had won it though.
Yeah, yeah, we had to do there were 10 of us to start with. We did a little application thing that we wanted to participate, and we had to write an essay, which, I'm an English major, so
She's like, got that, right?
done.
Yeah.
And so we wrote that to be picked, to be chosen as.
And it was actually, you had to write it that night.
That night, yeah.
Like
and
for
turn
the
it in.
next day.
Mhm. Yeah, we had to turn it in at 7 a.m. the next morning, and we didn't leave the program till, I think it was midnight. So between midnight and 7, we wrote the information, turned it in. We were chosen as one of the top 10, and then we had to give a little 60-second what we were going to do, what our future looked like in the realm of business and setting up our business. And then there were 3 finalists, and we were in the 3 finalists. And those 3 finalists had to give a 90-second vision of where you would be down the road, and information about how you would get there. And so I did that with my husband.
I think I have that video on my phone somewhere.
Yeah.
Because a friend of mine was in that top 10 too.
Mhm.
And I was recording them as well. But I think I have yours. And then when you won, I was so ecstatic. I was crying. I was taking pictures. I don't remember if you see me, but I'm like,
Oh
I'm not even caring about anybody back there. I'm just like,
I couldn't believe it. They're like, Cliff and Stephanie Angle, and I kind of stood there and I was like, oh. And then
you're like, wait, did they
Cliff and
just say her
Stephanie
name?
Angle? And I was like, like, this is a sign. Like, if there was ever a sign, this is a sign.
Well,
And
being in a 3-day thing like that, you get so inundated with so much information. Like, I come back from there, like, my whole brain hurts. Like, I'm like, I have so much to do, but I don't know where to start. But I have books and books and books filled with all these notes. So you already have like your brain filled up. So even on top of that, of course, no wonder you were like, was that me?
Well, and it had been like you two were there, and I remember having conversations with you about, what could this be? And it was very eye-opening and a brand new direction. And like Tina says, when you're there, you're inundated, not just with information, but just thoughts and ideas and encouragement. And you're watching.
Start just coming out of you. You hear somebody else say, I did this, and you're like, oh,
you're
I can
watching
do that,
other,
but I can do it this way. Yeah.
You're watching other people, and you're like, okay, right? If they can do it, right? If they can do it, I can do it too. And so you came out of there the winner of this great, starter kit package, this business starter package. And so 2020, like the rest of us, like, it's gonna be amazing.
Yes, it's gonna be my best year yet.
And then
yeah, we hit the brakes pretty hard in March. So yeah, things kind of shut down for us because we went from working in the schools. Everybody thinks it's like a 9 to 5, like you work 8 hours in a school, and a normal school day for us is 10 to 12 already. And then COVID hit, and we were working literally 20, 22-hour days to get things up and running. Because we are in administrative positions, we had to get everything ready for our teachers, our students, and our families. Not just, people don't see the trickle down effect of what each level has to get ready for the next level to be successful and to get things rolled out. So yeah, I was answering student phone calls and stuff at 11, 12 o'clock at night. Parent calls, texts for help, and your heart just goes out to them. I mean, they're parents. They didn't go to school to be teachers. I hear that from them all the time. But
yeah.
As much help as we could give, that's what we do. And so yeah, the brakes on our
didn't even have laptops or even anything to get on and to do a online virtual school. We're like, how are we going to do that? We don't even have a laptop here at the house. So how did you guys manage that?
We use we have people, including myself and others, who write grants and stuff, and we got quick grants written that the government accepted, and then we had the government money that they had put into their budgets to help us to order laptops and get them here and get hotspots for students. And so, we really have worked hard to support that technology aspect. And even now, going back to virtual for our second semester, we just got done doing a poll of all of the people who can't. I mean, we're in such a rural area that people don't even get a signal for internet. So you could give them a laptop and a hotspot, but they're not going to have a signal.
Yeah.
So we put together a list, and we had teachers put together paper packets that they'll pick up. And so there's a lot of variety and diversity in how we serve our people to make sure that they are getting the best possible education that we can provide, considering the situations that we're in right now.
Right. And with no chance to really even pivot, like you guys just had to hit the ground running. I remember one of my friends, she's got 2 daughters at home, and she was, getting herself all organized and pulled together, and she made like a little study corner, and was like, we're going to do this great. And then day one, she's like, we spent half the day crying, right? Like, I'm the worst mom ever. And it's like, it didn't go at all the way we thought. And so our hearts go out, and our prayers and our love and support go out to teachers everywhere for what you are doing and how you have just all right, risen up to support your families, your community, because you have really been some of the unsung heroes in all of this. And so this has been your career, all of your life, poured everything into this. And but recently you've decided to take a leap of faith, and I don't want to steal your thunder. I don't want to take.
I want to know what is your title now, Stephanie?
Well, I have a long list of titles, and I wear many, many hats. People joke that I have no neck because of the number of hats and the weights, but my husband's the same way. My official title right now is Student Achievement Leader, Instructional Coach. But I do everything from, we'll get gross. I do everything from helping clean up vomit to wiping down cafeteria tables after duty, to be, all aspects of that, to, yes, testing, state testing, and then coaching and really working with our teachers to be the best they can be for our students out there. So
how you sometimes hear the moms and they talk about like their job descriptions, like I'm a nurse, I'm a counselor,
driver, a cook.
Right? Yeah, it sounds kind of like that.
Yep, exactly. Yep. I don't have enough room on my door to put all my little placards for what I do.
Yeah. I think that a lot of us entrepreneurs have that thing, but you, I think, really take the toll on that. So without any further ado, tell us what leap of faith that you took in 2020 that you are like, I am so glad I did this.
So after all these years that I've been in education, and it's not a passion of mine, I just decided that May 27th, 2021 will be my last day in the field of education working within a school system. I am taking it a different direction. I love to teach, and I want to take my teaching out to the world. And I just have so much that I want to give back to the communities and people in the world and the nation, and experiences that I want to share that, you're not alone. We've had, there's tons of people out here who have had similar experiences. And for me, being in the school system, and that I always wanted to be an administrator. I wanted to be the principal of a school. And my situation, I've hit roadblock after roadblock with what other people want me to do instead of what my goals are. Mm. And, it just came to a point where I I was looking in the mirror every day and I just was looking at a stranger. I wasn't, it wasn't me in the mirror anymore. It was someone that somebody else wanted me to be. And I was crying every night, and I was crying every morning, and I was crying in the shower, and I was crying while driving to work, and I was crying while driving home from work.
Okay, so
And
I'm
I,
gonna pause you. I'm gonna pause you there because again, I think there are so many people, Stephanie, that can relate to that,
Yes.
right? Like our cup is empty and I am in a situation where it is beyond who I am meant to be, doing what I know I'm capable of, like serving and leveraging my gifts. I mean, I don't think a single person could say I've never experienced that,
Never
right?
felt that. Yeah.
Like absolutely at the bottom, but you're on a path, right? You're in education. People don't leave education when they're this far along in the path. Like you don't like it just doesn't happen, Stephanie.
yeah, I'm 2 years
Especially you
from
were
retirement, and
27 years in.
yeah, I'm 30 years in. I'm actually 2 years from retirement, and I just, um, the writing is on the, has been on the wall for a while, and I have not paid attention. And God has hit me over the head one too many times, I think, to get my attention, and He has it. I absolutely see a path now that. It was funny, as soon as I wrote on paper that I was going to be done on May 27th, 2020, it was like the next morning I woke up and this whole path opened. And I just, it was amazing. It was an amazing feeling. I got up in the morning and I was like, this is where I need to go. Like, I am with the right people right now. This is where I'm meant to be. Like, I'm meant to be with Angel. I'm meant to be with Tina. I'm meant to be with this tribe of people. And this whole path now I see just like unfolding. And every day, like another little piece of the path gets lit up down the way. And I can see farther, like, that's where I need to be. That's the next step. That's where I need to
Was
go.
there any one moment that you said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I am taking this leap. What was that moment? Like
Um,
tell us what that moment was. Bring us back.
I I was celebrating my 30th wedding anniversary in November, and I worked hundreds of thousands of hours off contract and stuff, and so I was taking what was called flex days, which is not off of your sick leave or that, because it's basically like using overtime that you didn't get paid for or aren't being compensated for. And I had cleared it with all of the powers that be, and I left and was celebrating my 30th wedding anniversary in Tahoe with my husband and my 50th birthday all in the same week. And so we had a great time, and I came back on the following Monday, and I had an email from our HR department that said they were docking me days for leaving, and that I was not going to get paid for my time. And I just said, enough is enough. This is the ultimate, like, kind of slap in the face. And
Well, and
I'm
you
just
had
done.
said that like things had been mounting, it had been going in this direction, right? And Stephanie, I know like, we had my story, right? Staying in radio far too long, right? I
Yeah.
know, right? It's time, but it's just kind of like it's got to come to a head.
Uh-huh.
And it finally did for you. And at a time where it was supposed to be like this so exciting time, right? You're celebrating, you're having, and isn't that like where it's almost like there's these times where we're just on the highest of highs, like everything is going and we're flying and we're blah, 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 and then it's just boom, right? Like the floor just drops out like sucker punches you from out of nowhere, and you're just spent reeling. But
Yeah.
out of that, you were able to gain some clarity over
Oh,
your
yeah.
next steps.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to first just take a little break to talk about our sponsors,
Oh,
and then when we come back, we're going to talk about what Stephanie is up to
yeah.
next, and take us
Take us
around the
on
corner.
her little roller coaster of new adventures that she's going to be on in the next upcoming year.
Well,
Absolutely.
and it was, and I think a lot of times, right? It's things happen for a reason. Um, we were supposed to have another guest on with Stephanie today, and they had to cancel. They had a loss in their family, which we are sending our love and prayers to them. But no coincidence, right? No accidents in the world to have Stephanie here to share her story with you. And I just think that, some of these things are divinely perfect, right? They have to be gracefully broken, right? Right. Um,
Like
Tina,
the glow stick.
like a glow stick. Well, let's say thank you to our sponsors of the Angel and Tina Morning Show, the Zandra TV network, right? Have you ever wanted to be on Hulu, Roku? Is it Hulu? I think she's on Hulu now. Apple TV, Fire TV, Android, Chromecast. We are on 7 digital streaming platforms, and we are so grateful to the award-winning producer, Zandra Evans, for syndicating and sponsoring the Angel and Tina Morning Show. If you've ever thought about hosting your own TV show, maybe you have a podcast, you put content out on YouTube, maybe take it up a level. You can schedule a discovery call by contacting them or going to their website, beonztv.com. That's beonztv.com, and schedule a discovery call. Bliss by the Lake Boutique, of course, is our clothing sponsor, and love having a clothing sponsor. If you need something new and fresh in your wardrobe, hop on over to their social media site. They get new inventory in every single week, and they ship all over the country. And then Sonic VA, a virtual assistant business that specializes in making YouTube ready videos for speakers, authors, coaches, and entrepreneurs. YouTube is the most visited social media platform on the planet and should be at the center of all your marketing efforts. Consistently dropping engaging videos is the most effective way to deliver binge worthy content to your audience. We know how to add sizzle to your recorded content, publish it with the right keywords, and get you noticed. Connect with Sonic VA at sonicva.com/video. And when you mention the Angel and Tina Morning Show, you're going to get a 10% discount off your first 5 videos. So thank you so much to our sponsors. Thank you to Stephanie for being willing to come on to be the bright start to our day. And so drum roll. Stephanie, what are you going to do now?
Well,
Stephanie, tell us what you're going to do in the next 2 years.
I'm going to change the world. That's what I'm going to do.
Yes. Oh, that hurt.
I am starting my own business. Actually, I have a few avenues because my husband and I started a business when we won the $25,000 package. We started an educational consulting business, and now I'm kind of taking flight on my own wings. We still have that going, but I really need to get into the realm of I feel in my heart helping people to rediscover or claim back who they are, find that path that they need to be on, and really move forward with the journey that takes them to their true purpose and being in our world. So that's where I'm at in my journey, is starting a new business, the Advantage Angle, and helping those to keep moving forward on that journey and finding their goals and realizing their dreams of being, starting their own businesses, shifting in a career, changing just where they're at in their position in life right now. So that's where my heart is singing to me and bringing me to that level at this point.
Angel, I don't know if you noticed, but in the beginning, she was talking about her teaching career and how it went, and this, and that. And then now she's like, and
I know.
now I
Yeah, you
am
can
just
see,
the whole glow
like-
just
Like there
started.
is a glow on you, Stephanie. Like the lighting has shifted.
Like it really did her smile, like everything on her.
Yeah. So Advantage Angle, brand new business. So you've been a little busy the last couple of days in creation mode, not crying. Right?
No, not crying at all. Very happy. I've lost track of time in the work because I'm just so excited. I set myself, I was like, oh, I'm gonna work on this for, maybe a couple hours. And then 10 hours later, I was like, bam, I've got a logo, I've got my Facebook page up, I've
A
got
lot
my
different
Instagram.
from before when you'd look at the time and look at the time and look at the time and it's been only 15 minutes.
Yep.
So you've got a logo, right? You create,
I
and so I didn't know this about you. You had a little bit of a background in some of this creative space that really has now been able to rise up to the surface.
Mhm. When I was in high school, I worked on the journalism aspect. So I published yearbooks and I published newspapers in high school and junior high and that. And I actually took photos and developed it before, we had the instant, like, on your phone. It was black and white in a dark room, developing
right.
photos and producing it. And so, excuse me. I like graphic design. I really, truly, it's been another passion of mine. And so developing my logo is something that I did. I mean, I used some pre-programmed things that were on the internet to assist. But yeah, I was able to go on and I had a logo probably in about 20, 25 minutes put together. So that I was ready to go. And then I was able to pull that logo from there and then utilize that to make my Facebook page. And through the amazing teachings of Angel and Tina, helping with formats and stuff for Facebook banners and things like that, used the Canva program and got those those graphic pieces put together. And overall, I'd say about 6 or 7 hours, and I had all of that set up. And then I also went on and purchased my domains and
which we had a little trouble, right? Finding a name, right? Her last name is Angle, right? And so it's built into
So many
built into that. But finding and Stephanie Angle is somebody out there already has used up all the Stephanie Angles with your last name, your middle name, like all of it.
With me, like Tina Torres, that one person in Texas. They took all of tinatorres.com. So you do have to be a little creative when people have taken your name as a website, right? Like,
right.
So now you have your website, you have all of your social media all down and branded
in 10 hours.
You.
I'm sorry. Wait. How did you say hours?
10 hours.
We bow down.
Right?
We bow down to the master.
You guys know, like when you start a business, and you guys out there know, when you start a business, you're like, okay, I got this idea, but then you got the things in the background, like I have to get my domain and I have to get my Instagram handle, and because you want everything to be one thing, right? Like with mine, it's the Gratitude Specialist, Angel Tussie, and it's just everything has to be branded. It all has to be matchy. Right? That is,
I know that's my very technical term, right? So
yeah, it's a very technical term that everybody has been using in their books lately.
Yeah, well, just Tina, right? But it is a very technical term. Most of my clients know, like, technology is not Angel's sweet spot, and so I had to come up with a very official term for, how does this all look? And that's my very technical term, matchy. It's all got to be.
But it really does. Like your brand should be all matchy. When people look through social media, they should know instantly that is you. That is Stephanie. So when you are starting your business and getting your domains and all your social media and getting your logo and creating your banners and doing all the things on the back end, so then that way when people see you on the front end, it all looks cohesive. Stephanie did this in 10 hours, where
10
it takes people, it takes most people months to do this.
Yeah, but
But
I have a
not
passion
Stephanie.
for technology and graphic design, which I haven't utilized in years. I mean, I used it on my personal, my personal Facebook and on the, our other business with my husband and that. And I used it a lot at school. I mean, I didn't realize it, but I was doing the Facebook and the Instagram for my school, and other schools have wanted to steal my designs and use them and my backgrounds, and they can't because the way that I lock it down, they can't take it apart and take our logos off. So
Ooh. Ooh,
so
look at you
yeah,
being all like, that's like ninja
you can't steal
skills
my
there.
stuff. So
I
yeah, so
strategically placed the gratitude specialist logos on all of my graphics, so that way people can't take it off.
yeah, so I didn't realize that gift is something that really what helped me take that leap. It helped me take that leap into being like, I can do this, I can get this going. I can really, move forward and, have pieces in place where things are moving, pretty quickly. So,
So Stephanie,
yeah.
how can our tribe, how can our community support you as you take this leap, these next steps?
Oh, just get on Advantage Angle on Facebook and like and follow and share and just connect. I'd love to connect with everybody, and it's a brand new Facebook. Like I said, about now 22 hours old, but I am not a newbie to teaching and helping and learning and supporting. And I would love to connect with anyone who has a similar journey to mine and wants support and help, or just needs somebody to talk to and know that you can do this. You can do this.
Stephanie, for those people who are watching, who exactly are you looking for? Speak to those people who
those people who are afraid to take that leap, that you're in a long-term career, you're almost at retirement. I turned 50 in November, and people are always like, oh, it's too old. I'm too old to move forward. I'm too old to change. My career is solid. I've been with the same company for a gazillion years, or I'm going to let somebody down if I leave this company, or I'm going to let my family down, or you're not. If you are, in your second life, in your second teenage life is what I call. I haven't grown up yet. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. When I get there, I'll let you know. But this is a time to be you. We have been so many different people for so many other people because of the expectations they have put on us. And I am looking for you that want to take this leap into your second life, into a new career, into a new business, into a new journey, into a new hobby, and just be there and help you with those steps to get to that place where you can shine and you can keep moving forward with, again, being that where you're supposed to be, that purpose and that true being of what you're supposed to be in this world. So
Well, and I
if
think
that's you, connect.
You're speaking to a lot of people right now. You're speaking their language, Stephanie. And so join forces, right? Come together. We're stronger together than we are apart. And it's in that community, it's in that support and cheerleading for each other. We get to host and launch a lot of fun stuff here on the morning show. We get to, brand new courses and new podcasts and new shows and books, especially, we're very big on helping people celebrate the launch of their books and become bestsellers. But this shift, and because we've had a front row seat, Stephanie, watching you in this journey, it's so exciting to watch you fly. Right? Just absolutely. There is wind in your wings and we are watching you fly. And, I think that so many of us, when we start out, we have this idea of where we all think it's going to go and based on where we've been, right? Based on our own history, experiences. But I have to tell you, and this has happened to all of us, the opportunities and how big and how far reaching is bigger than you can imagine. Right? It's greater than you even realize. But I say, when you have faith and you take action, the world shows up to support you, to guide you, and create miracles. And Stephanie, miracles are happening for you every single day. And I'm so excited. I am so excited. We want to make sure that after the show, Stephanie, that you go and put the links and create conversation and encourage and just lock arms with this girl, right? We all need to lock arms, and we need to do it together, and together
you're
we're
right.
stronger.
It's very humbling to watch somebody, go through those steps and to see the fire and the excitement. And I have this, and guess what I just did? And look at this. And Stephanie has been there, and Angel and I are so very humbled that we were able to have that front row seat to see you take that leap and soar like an eagle.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go far, girl. You are going to go far.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we are, right? Brand new year, brand new direction for Stephanie. Did you have like a word of the year that you adopted?
More of a phrase, keep moving forward. And actually that's in our branding. We're here to help you keep moving forward. The Advantage Angle is here to help you keep moving forward. So
I like that.
That's our path.
So when we were talking about the name, do you ever, it might be in golf. It's been a long time since I've watched anything sporting event at all, but
Wait, you love golf?
well, I used to work for the PGA.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I was like, wait, you watch golf?
Yeah. So, but is that where they say Advantage, like the last name,
Tennis.
like, is that where it is? Yeah.
Tennis,
So I kept hearing that Advantage Angle, right? Like who has the advantage here? It is Stephanie, right? It's Advantage Angle. And when you work with Stephanie, Advantage Angle, I had all these different nuances and ways that could be really played out.
Yeah, and it's funny because I played tennis in high school.
Oh yeah, tennis, right? Tennis.
Yeah.
That's where you see it. It's tennis. Yes. Well, right. We've got definitely. What are you giggling about?
At least I'm not a bogey in golf, so I'm an Advantage Angle in tennis.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it is Wednesday and I feel like it is Friday already. Like I'm spent already the first week of this January year.
Well, we definitely have started this year just with a bang, right? As a lot of us do, right? Like all this hope, we've got this blank slate of a calendar, and we're really designing, this year, right? The way we wanted to. I'm drinking water in between my drinks. Like I'm thinking about all these different things that we want to do.
Coffee, not your drinks.
Well, so for every cup of coffee, I have to drink a glass of water in between, right? And at night, if I have a cocktail, every
two cocktails, you have to have one glass of water.
Oh no, every other glass of water. So trying to get more water in.
Speaking of clean slates, we have decided to change up the Connect Summit a little bit. And for those of you who have been speakers on our Connect Summit, you probably got or received. Did they receive an email yesterday?
Did you receive an email, Stephanie? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
was like,
yes.
did you send it out?
Yeah. So I did. We are actually creating a speaker team. So when we put together the Connect Summit each month, right, we would find speakers who wanted to come on and be a part of that month's event. This year, of course, building on the connection, the community that we've already created, we are developing our Connect Summit speaker team. So all year long, you are building relationships with these speakers, but each month is focused on a different series. So our very first Connect Summit is our financial and systems series. So all about getting you up and running, the basics of the financials, getting your business right, set up for success. We're going to bring on some really, bring back some of our expert speakers that have to do with finances, that have to do with setting up those systems. And each month we'll focus on a whole different series, but we're going to be highlighting our speaker team. And so we are drafting our speaker team right now. The invitation went out to anybody who was previously a speaker on our
Yeah.
summit.
They get first
And
pick.
and a few extra little people that that we're currently working with got that invitation as well. So I'm a little nervous, actually, Tina. I'll tell you, I went to bed last night just a little nervous. Is there going to be room for everybody? Like not everybody. Like not everybody's going to want to be a part of
There
this.
won't be room for everybody. There's only what, 60,
There's only 30.
30 spots.
There's only 30 spots on the speaker team. And so, but we have the morning show. Like we have other things too. I've got Entrepreneurs of Reinvention. We have 100 stories that we're sharing there. We've got the morning show where we bring on, 200 guests every 6 months. So we have lots of opportunity and stages, and we're building connections and relationships with a lot of other people who have podcasts and stages. In fact, many of the people that we built relationships last year who were maybe doing a once a week or, or had an event, they're adding extra events just to accommodate everybody who's coming from Media Mastery.
Our VIP
right?
clients, because we get them on different podcasts. We always tell you 2 in 1, 2 stages a week, 1 press release a month is going to keep you on top and keep you in front of a new audience all the time. It'll give you 100 stages by the end of the back So now you're starting to feel that and starting to see that. And they have hired Angel and I to do that for them. But on the back end, the people who have their podcasts are like, oh, I only do once a week. They're like, you know what? I'm doing another one just for you and Angel.
Yeah.
Like just for your clients, your VIP clients. It's such an honor. It's such a great feeling to have, you know what? I'm making room for you guys.
Isn't yet? It is. We have definitely created an incredible community of collaboration and support where we cheerlead for each other, we support each other, we buy each other's books, we stage swap. It has been pretty awesome. We are hosting on Friday our Master Your 2021 year. Tina and I are putting together just how do we plan out, map out, strategize, goal setting, mastering our calendar, making sure we're putting in income producing activities. And so that event is happening.
Marketing and Facebook Lives and challenges and everything that's going to take for you to create those leads, for you to build on those leads, for you to build relationships with those people, but then to create that income, to create those revenue generating activities.
Income producing activities, right?
Income producing.
Yeah, right. Well, this has been fabulous. Stephanie, anything else you want to share before we end the show today?
Just thank you guys for having me on today. I know that I'm just at the start of the journey, so I'm excited to share, in the next couple weeks, couple months, and down the road, the next year, where we're at. And I just thank you very much for the guidance, help, assistance, support, and the tribe that you've created. It's been amazing and a homecoming, a real homecoming to be a part of this. So
she's definitely one of those up and coming people that you need to keep an eye on. So you need to go follow her on Instagram, follow her on Facebook, and watch her journey unfold in front of your eyes. She is an up and coming person for sure to watch. So not only the Leap of Faith Award, but an up and coming award, up and comer award.
Yep.
It might have to be, right? It might
might
have to
have
be.
to
Although by the time we do the next series, you will have already come up.
Come on.
Well, I'm Angel
Oh.
Tessie. I am your media exposure specialist. Truly, we have some incredible events, programs. We are hitting the year strong. The deck, and I've said this, I've been saying this for weeks. The deck is absolutely stacked in our favor. Because so many entrepreneurs are coming out. There's so much opportunity. 2020, we were working with what we had, but I think we've got our sea legs now. And there's so much momentum that we are riding this wave, and it's going to be amazing. You can plug into my complimentary starter kit if you want to get started with some media tips at my website, makeyourbigimpact.com. But truly, we're doing this Mastering Your 2021, Planning Your Year event on Friday. If you have a story of reinvention, I'd love to interview you on our Entrepreneurs of Reinvention. Connect summits are coming. Like we are full systems
force.
ahead.
Yes, full force ahead. I am Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the gratitude specialist. And I am going just to take the time right now to just thank everybody who has supported me this last 2 weeks with my book, Beyond Gratitude, Strategies to Attract, Connect, and Convert More Prospects, because I have sold over 300 copies, still on bestseller list, bestseller in 3 categories, best new release, #1 new release on Amazon. And I did all of that in 2 hours. And I just want to take the time and thank you guys all, for every one of you who purchased my book, who shared it, who had me on their podcast, who interviewed me on their show, who bought 10 books and 25 books to give to all your team members. I just want to tell you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I could not have done it without you guys. And this is the kind of tribe that you need. So if you want a tribe like that, you got to stick in with us, because I have like the best tribe ever. So I wanted to tell you guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I posted that on Facebook this morning, and I'm still getting, messages and stuff like that. So I just wanted to tell you, thank you. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.